Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Critical and welcome back to episode 6 of Minecraft Bedrock Edition. I got it finished, you guys. I got the entrance finished. So I changed a little bit of my original design. I made this go up a bit higher before arching in. I've added these little curves here. I indented the ceiling there a bit and kind of had it gradient out, sort of. But for the most part, I stuck with what was there. For the middle, I ended up using mineral blocks to fill in each of the little circles. I have to replace the middle with emerald because it's currently slime blocks filling that place in. But this is entirely done now, so we've got that project finished up. And I'm really happy with the way that it turned out. The only thing I have left to do is back here. I actually haven't added the medallion in on this side, so I gotta add that little circular thing up here. But today we're going to be starting work on a project that is probably going to span 2 or 3 episodes at least. And that is the Ocean Monument. So originally I was going to use a design that I've used before and kind of come up with it on my own. I wasn't really going to follow a tutorial or anything. But I thought about it and I was like, wait a minute, this is Bedrock Edition and I don't know the mechanics of Bedrock Edition, so I need to actually double check and read up on this before I commit to something. And I'm very glad that I did that because spawning for Guardians works very different in Bedrock. And we're going to go over that in just a second. Let's head over to the Ocean Monument. But there will probably be a lot less cutting today, just because I don't know how long this actual episode is going to be, because a lot of the time I'm going to spend is going to be clearing out the monument over here. So, if we head over here, I'll explain real quick how the spawning works. So in Java, Guardians will spawn anywhere within the area of the monument. So anywhere that there's water and the monument is loaded, there will just be Guardians appearing. On Bedrock Edition, you can see that I've actually been blocking this off a little bit. On Bedrock Edition, there's a certain amount that spawn with the monument's generation, but once all of those are killed, the Guardians will only spawn in one of 25 different spots that are predetermined, and all of these are right at the surface. They're about this level here. I don't know exactly where, I haven't marked them out yet. We'll get to that later. What this actually means is you don't need to clear the whole monument on Bedrock Edition. You can actually leave most of it uncovered. However, I would eventually like to make a base here as well as the gold farm. I want to do some cool stuff at each one of the farms. So we're going to be doing it a little bit differently, and we're actually going to be clearing out the whole monument. But in order to do that, I have to get a lot of sand, and I have a little bit, and I've put this in, but I need to go get a lot more before we get into that. But last thing, I did mention last episode that I was going to work on the the map, and we're going to work on that soon, but unfortunately I only have I think I have another stack over that way. I only have about 3 stacks of ink, and I actually need, I almost broke that with the wrong pick. I actually need about 7 stacks in order to get this done, or in order to get the map done. So we're going to have to do that a different day. But today's tasks are clearing out the Ocean Monument, and we also have to collect 50 tridents. Now I already have about 10, so we're going to be working on that about 2. But I'm going to go to the desert, gather a bunch of sand up, and then we're going to come back here and start filling this guy in. Okay, so, ooh, that was weird. I must have run over a bubble stream. So I've got a bit of work done over here. I gathered, I think, hopefully enough sand to get this finished. I'm actually going to stop and murder these squids real quick. I'm so close to having enough ink. I need like a stack and a half now, and then I'll have it. I'll have everything I need for the map. But I have gathered hopefully enough sand, as I said, to finish off the outlines. So what I'm going to do for this, for clearing out the water, is I'm going to kind of make like a grid pattern and then clear like different columns of like a 5x5 area with sponges. So like, let's say I've got this wall here. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll probably put another wall here. And I'll make like a 5x5 area, and then I'll just use sponges to clear out that water there. And that way it won't fill back in from the surrounding water. It'll just kind of, I can go bit by bit. But to do that, I gotta fill in the other things. I've got those all filled with sand, I think, and I got an inventory of sand here. So hopefully it should be enough to do it. However, this episode's not actually going to be able to go up on Saturday like I was hoping, because I also moved some of the no. Ow. I was gonna finish recording this morning and just have it be a shorter episode, but I really haven't gotten anything done in this episode. And also, I woke up this morning not feeling great. I had a headache, and I just didn't want to work on this at all, or anything for that matter. I was just like, you know what? I'm taking a break. So I didn't actually get to record the rest of this episode. But luckily, that gives me an extra like 3 days to record this episode for Tuesday. So we can probably get a lot more done in this episode than we were originally going to. But that is the current plan. And something is crawling on my arm. Nope, that's my cable. Never mind. I'm a dumb. I have obtained, I think, 18 tridents. Obviously, as I said, I need 50. All the tridents have to have Impaling 5, and when I went to go enchant them, I realized how awful that was going to be. And I was like, oh, this is going to suck. But when I realized it, I was actually on a call with Austin, and he pointed out that if I get a librarian villager and just keep resetting the trade until I get Impaling 5 as the book, then I can just trade with a villager a bunch for 50 Impaling 5 books. And I was like, that is genius. So at some point we're going to try to set up the a villager that has that trade, and hopefully trade for a bunch of emeralds and stuff, and be able to get that going. I think what that means, though, because that's going to take some time to get all that worked out, especially get that many emeralds to trade for that many books. I think what I'm probably going to do is we'll gather the materials in this episode, we'll build the farm in the next one, and then we just won't worry about putting the tridents in for a while. And then I'll eventually get those in, and we'll finish off the farm in a later episode. Probably whenever we come in and put the tridents in place is when I will actually build the sorting system that's going to be down below here. Because that's another thing I have to do that's not part of the actual farm. It's just something I've got to add on later. So I'll probably do those about the same time. So there will probably be like 2 episodes of this, and then a 2-episode gap. And then we'll come back at a later date and finish it up, because that rest of that stuff's going to take a while to gather the materials for. Especially, like, I don't have nearly enough hoppers right now to keep up with a farm this big, so I'm going to have to work out that whole design and everything. But, yeah, so I think what we're going to do now is transition into a quick time lapse of me just, like, filling in all this sand. Not super exciting, but it'll be pretty quick. I'm just going to sit here and kind of go back and forth, probably going to turn on a show, and just get into it. But yeah, so I'm going to do that, and then we will cut back in a bit. Okay, so I actually ran out of sand. We're about halfway through, I'd say. Actually, I guess this is the halfway point, so we're almost halfway through. But I'm gonna go need to probably fill 4 more shulker boxes of sand at least. Yeah, I didn't even have close to enough. Like I had half of what I needed, so that's unfortunate. I'll have to get some more. But I also need to do. We're gonna take a break from this for a bit because I need to do a lot of mining. I'm gonna go over the material list with you guys real quick. So I need a little over 3,000 solid blocks. I need 1,300 glass. The glass is for the walls that go around the side, as well as the actual kill chambers have a little bit of glass. 441 packed ice. This is for the water tunnels that the items are going to go across, so that they can move a little faster. 436 redstone dust. That's just for the kill chambers. 250 obsidian. This is for each kill chamber has a nether portal on it, which gives it the functionality to send the entities to the nether, which we're probably never going to use, but I'd at least like to have it set up so that I can switch it to that functionality. So we're going to gather that material anyways. 125 repeaters and 111 redstone torches. 50 pistons, 50 sticky pistons. The 50 tridents with impaling 5, which we discussed earlier. 50 pressure plates, 25 slabs, and then one of a bunch of random kind of extra materials that I'm not going to name off because they're not important. But that's just to give you an idea for how many materials I have to go collect. The majority of that is redstone related, though. So I just need to go mining for a bit. And as far as the blocks we're going to use, I'd like to use white concrete and white glass because that would match the gold farm. So I think I'm going to do that, or I'm going to at least try to. That's a lot of material. But hopefully I can get it. White concrete is going to be probably the most expensive. But that being said, I have all this sand here already, which once we drain the water, all of the sand is going to get broken and I'll have this left over. So I can actually just smelt this into glass for the sand and use the rest for the concrete. So it may not actually be that bad, but I'm going to work on that for a little bit. That's probably going to take me, gosh, if I had to say, probably 1 or 2 days here to finish that off and finish emptying this monument. There will probably just be a large gap in time, and then I'll come back and I'll show you guys what we have gathered together. But before we do that, I'm going to head back this way, back over toward our island, because we are very close to getting enough ink for the map. I wanted to show you guys just how ridiculously much I've gotten from just killing squids while making this. We're very, very close on that. And I don't think we're going to be building one of the farms in today's episode. I think today we're just going to focus on kind of the resource gathering for the monument. Because, yeah, I am already pushed on time to get this done for the next episode. But, yeah, look at this. 4.5 stacks. I've already crafted some of this together. I needed 7 stacks total. I think I used about a stack, maybe a little more here. I probably used about a stack and 20 here. But so I just have to fill up the rest of the stack and this one, and then we'll have enough ink to finish off the map. And if you don't know what I'm talking about this guy. I just need to fill in the letters here with black concrete. But I'm going to go gather materials and spend the next good bit of time on here doing all of that, and then there will probably be one more clip this episode where I show you guys the monument actually being like cleared out with the sponges and stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna go do that, and I will catch you guys in a bit. All right, so this is 2 days later, I think. I want to say 2 days later since the last clip, and I have gathered all the material we need. So we'll go through real quick, look at all this, and then I'll take you guys over to the monument and show you what we've done. So all of this, over here I've got gravel, and sand for the concrete. Now this is enough concrete to do both the Guardian farm and the map that's over there. So that's why there's black ink here as well, because it's actually for both projects. And then here I've got all the redstone items that we need and the ice tracks, or the ice for the item tracks. And then over here I've got all this glass, which we're going to need for the walls and for some of the kill chambers. The only thing left for me to get is the tridents, which I've got half of. I think I have to get it to like here. So I've got about half of those, a little more than half. I have to get all of those, and then I have to get a villager to sell me Impaling 5. So that's, again, going to be a future part of this. But let's move all these materials over to the Guardian farm and check out what I've done over there. I have not cleared the water yet, but I've gotten the grid in place to do so. So I just have to use the sponges that I've gotten in order to clear it out fully. But let's go take a look real quick at that, and then we're going to end the episode off here because yeah, I've been working on this episode for about a week, and I'm ready to edit it together and get it uploaded tomorrow. So I think we're gonna end it off here. But I did want to show you guys this. It looks crazy because it's a, you know, it's a pretty much perfect grid. And just to demonstrate how this works, I think I put the sponges in here. Yeah. So 5x5 area. I should, in theory, be able to do that, and it gets pretty much everything. I think the best way for me to do this, though, because I was thinking about this, if I go to the bottom, I do it there, then technically none of these are source blocks. They're all flowing. So if I were then to go like here, 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 and then, oops, I accidentally placed 2 there, let's see, there, then most of it's gone. Like, as you can see there, pretty much all of it has been gotten rid of except for, looks like one little bit there. I'm sure I'll miss a few pieces here and there, but for the most part, this will be able to get pretty much everything as I'm going up and down. And all I have to do is gather these when I'm done and go smelt them, or, you know, cook them in the furnace to get the water out. And then I can come back and do it all again. Getting up and out of here, though, is going to be a bit of a pain. I do acknowledge that that is a problem. What I'll probably have to do is break one of those and let one bit of water come down to me. And then I can get up and out of each one, and then I'll just cover that when I'm done. But yeah, so this shouldn't honestly take me too long. I mean, even if it took me like 2 minutes to clear each one, maybe an hour, and I'll have this whole place cleared out. So I'm pretty excited. We are very close to getting this done. As far as the actual monument goes, I'm leaving that in for now. I just want to get the water out. Eventually we'll turn on the monument. For now, I just want to get the water out. Next episode, we're going to be building the actual farm, so most of this will be gone already by the time you guys come back. But, as I said, that is going to do it for this episode. I know we didn't get a whole lot done, but most of it was just resource gathering, so... but now we can finish not 1, but 2 projects, so I'm pretty excited. But that's going to do it for this episode, guys. I hope that you have enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!